Let's check out the 2020 Nissan Rogue from the side profile. At the side, this is the SL, so it is the top package. There is an S, an SV, and an SL. From the side profile, we can see that this SL comes with rear privacy glass and tinted windows, our nice silver roof rails, and all our handle accents are chrome. Our side mirrors here, they have the LED turning signals right on the mirror, and you can see this little bubble at the bottom. That's for the 360 camera. Gives you added visibility when parking. Below the door, we do have some nice chrome door side sills. Again, that adds to the luxury look that you don't get on the base models. It does have the chrome V-Motion grille. Right in the middle of that is our flat out Nissan emblem. The reason why they flatted it out because our forward sensor is right behind there. That's going to help you with things like your forward emergency braking with the pedestrian detection. Has a nice LED headlights. When you go up to the top model, you get the LED auto on off Nissan signature headlights. You also have the automatic high beam assistant, so it will detect when you have your high beams on if a vehicle is coming and automatically shut off your high beams. Down below is our LED fog lights, so that's going to add to your visibility. Below the license plate, we do have a nice front chrome bumper accent. Again, adding to the sporty look and the luxury from the base models. Let's check out under the hood and go over the power plant. The 2020 Rogue is equipped with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's going to give you about 170 horsepower and 175 pounds-feet of torque. Nissan's continuous variable transmission is equipped. That's what they added into the Nissan Rogue back in the early years, 2008, and it is still in the Rogue and in the whole Nissan lineup pretty much. Going to give you phenomenal fuel economy. That's what everybody likes about the Rogue. It's going to average about 9.1 in the city and 7.1 on the highway. This one comes with the intelligent all-wheel drive, so it's going to be good in the snow. Nissan advertises this as conquer all conditions, so it's going to automatically sense when you're slipping and sliding, and the all-wheel drive will kick in. A little different from a 4x4 system. And then you get all the safety features that this vehicle has, like the lane prevention assist, the lane departure, the blind spot warning. The Nissan Pro Pilot is very cool, which I filmed the whole video you can check out. We do have our pedestrian detection and our forward and reverse emergency braking. On the 2020 Rogue, Nissan has these two-tone 19-inch aluminum alloy rims. So you can see with the black and the silver. Behind it are vented disc brakes. That's on the front and the rear. Again, it is all-wheel drive, and it's going to come with your all-season tires. Perfect for the Canadian winter. It comes with the intelligent remote starter. So I just need to lock the car, and I can click and hold the remote start button, and the vehicle is going to automatically start up. It's going to adjust the temperature to get it to 23 degrees automatically, so the car is good to go. You can cool it down in the summertime or heat it up in the winter. So I jump right into the zero gravity seats that Nissans are known for. Very comfortable seats. It's an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat. There is 2 memory positions, so if you and your wife drive, you don't have to keep adjusting the seats all the time. You can save it with the memory position. The wheel is a nice large D-shaped steering wheel. It does have the leather wrapping, which adds to the comfort. All my controls are right at my fingertips here. For my vehicle information screen, I can control. I have my Bluetooth controls on the right, and then my cruise control and my Pro Pilot Assist. So the Pro Pilot Assist is something I really like. I've done several videos which are on my channel going into detail about the Pro Pilot Assist, but basically it's Nissan's semi-autonomous driving system to keep you centered in the lane and keep you focused on the road. Intelligent cruise control also works in conjunction with the Pro Pilot. That is right here. The wheel is nice and heated, so again, great for the winter time. And then our wipers and our headlight controls are behind it. For our infotainment, we have the 7-inch Nissan Connect touchscreen. So right now we're showing the navigation. Here's our home screen. Everything is touchscreen here with it. You can adjust your shortcuts and move them around any way you like. Does come equipped with this SL package, the Bose audio. You have 8 speakers throughout the vehicle, and the Bose audio sounds great. You get the Sirius satellite. You can play music through your Bluetooth. A CD player is still equipped. And of course, you have everyone's favorite, the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto, which has recently been updated. When I put it in reverse, that 360 camera comes on that I touched on at the start of the video, and our backup camera makes it a lot easier to park. And as I turn the wheel, those guidance lines will adjust to help me into the parking spot. So the heating is all digital. So it has their dual climate control, so I can adjust each side. If I want to be hot and my girlfriend wants to be cold, you can adjust it here. In our center stack, there's an electric parking brake, so that makes a little bit more space. All these leather accents throughout the vehicle really add to the luxury look, and the Rogue has a lot of soft surfaces which add to the comfort of the ride. With the SL package, you get the electric parking brake, which it activates right here. There's also this auto hold feature where that will hold the brake for you. So if you're idling at a light or you're stuck in traffic, you don't have to put your foot pressed on the brake the whole time. The auto hold will hold the brake down for you. There's a USB to charge your phone and connect to the Android Auto. Our shifter knob is leather wrapped, so it's a straight back shifter knob. And I can slap it to the left if I want to use the sport mode and select my gears manually. In the rear is where the Rogue really shines. There's a lot of space back here, and these seats are pretty flexible. They're on rails, so you can slide them forward and backward if you want more space in the trunk. It's a 60-40 split for the seats, so I can fold them down. When I get in, you'll notice that I'm sitting a lot higher than the seat in front of me. That's the stadium style seating, so I can still see out and above the windshield. And then I have the center armrest, which gives me room for my elbow, and 2 cup holders, and there's 2 cup holders in each door. There's a few ways to open your trunk. My favorite thing is with the motion activated lift gate, and you would know that from my 2019 top 10 favorite things I liked about the 19 Rogue. But you can also open it with the regular key. There's a button in the driver's cabin, and as well as the lift gate on the door here. So as it opens up, you can see we have quite a bit of cargo space. This is our privacy cover, which is going to stop people from seeing what you have in. It is removable. And then we do have the Nissan divide and hide storage system. So this is going to adjust. You know, if you buy a bunch of watermelons, you can stop them from rolling around. There's quite a few different combinations. And then our spare tire is right underneath there as well. So there you have it, guys. That's your unlock of the 2020 Nissan Rogue SL. So the Nissan Rogue has been around for a long time. After its redesign in 2014, it really took off as Nissan's best seller, as the North American market has had a higher demand for crossovers. Now for 2021, it's gone through a full facelift, and you can see the difference behind me. You can see it's a lot more square looking on the from the side profile. Definitely looks like a little bigger vehicle, but it is actually lighter than the last year 2020 model. Guys, just before we get into this, if you want to see more Nissan videos or more car unlocks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, follow me on Instagram. Smash that like button if you like this video. Let's get started. So this specific one is the top model. It is the Platinum, and it definitely has every feature that Nissan has to offer. When we look at the side profile, this one being the Platinum, you can see this nice two-tone roof. So this one is in the exterior blue with the black roof and the silver roof rails. You can choose a couple different color options if you want. It does come with a rear privacy glass and some nice chrome accents all throughout. And there's some chrome accents below our doors here. The rims are a little different here. On this one, you're gonna get these 19-inch two-tone aluminum alloy rims. So it has the nice gray and black finish to it. It's gonna come with all-season tires, front and rear disc brakes all the way around. Let's check out the front. On the front is where we really notice the radical change that they've made to the 2021 Rogue. You can see they've gone with this kind of stack style headlights with this cut in the middle here. You do get the intelligent automatic high beam assist, the intelligent automatic headlights. They are LED daytime running lights, and we have our LED fog lights as well. There's sensors all around the vehicle. That's going to help with the technology and that Nissan safety suite. We have this nice large, this is probably the biggest Nissan V-Motion grille that we've seen. I don't really need to call it a V-Motion grille because it's almost like a U, but it looks great with the chrome and the chrome accent right on your front bumper. Under the hood, Nissan did make some drastic changes to the engine. It is still our 2.5 4-cylinder, but it's a direct injection gasoline engine. It's going to come with 181 horsepower and 181 pounds-feet of torque. I always thought the Rogues felt a little sluggish. The previous models had 180. Now you get one more horsepower, but it does feel like you get a lot more power under the hood of this thing. It's going to give you about 7.2 liters per every 100 kilometers on the highway, or 8.3 combined. It does come with the Nissan CVT transmission. This Platinum one, you can get the intelligent all-wheel drive. You can choose on the standard models, you can go with the front wheel drive, but this specific one is going to come with that all-wheel drive system. On the rear, the LED taillights come equipped here. We do have this nice Rogue stamp. I think they took that right from some of our Korean influences with the Kia Telluride I reviewed a few weeks ago, or the Palisade. It does say Platinum all-wheel drive on our badging there. There is rear parking sensors. That's going to help with our rear intelligent emergency braking. So Nissan had an opportunity when they redesigned the car to redesign the key, but they went with the same key fob that they've had for many years. I guess it's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This one being the top model, you get the remote start, so you just need to make sure the vehicle is locked, click and hold the start button, and you can see it starts up. It's gonna automatically set the temperatures to warm up the car. Great in the winter time or great in the summertime to cool it down. Right when I jump in, I do feel the seats. It does have the Nissan Zero Gravity seats. This one being the Platinum, you get the diamond quilted seats as well. That's taken from the Maxima and the Murano. So you can tell Nissan's put all their high-end features into this Rogue. Let's take off here and see what we think. As I said, it does drive a lot better than this year's model. The engine is quieter as well, so it doesn't sound as sluggish as the 2020 models. A lot of soft surfaces as well. That's one thing that adds to the comfort. There's not a lot of plastic in the car. There's a lot of leather surfaces in the center stack all throughout the dash. And then this one being the top, you get the two-tone brown with the black interior. The wheel is similar to the last year's model, but it is a little updated here. Leather wrapped wheel comes standard now on all the Nissan Rogues. It is a heated steering wheel, also a standard feature. And then we have our Pro Pilot assist buttons here, our Bluetooth and radio controls, and then our control for that 12-inch display. And speaking of that 12-inch display here, guys, look at this. It's a really vivid display. You have our tachometer on our left and then our digital speedometer on the right. You can kind of toggle through and display different information. There's our radio, our GPS compass, our 4x4 mode. That's going to show our fuel economy as well. And then there's our home screen there. So a lot of different things you can play around with in the screen. A 12-inch screen, really new. This is the best screen that Nissan's put out in between your gauges that I'm really happy with. New stuff here, guys. They added this 9-inch infotainment system. You can see it's almost like a tablet-like sticking out from the dash as opposed to being embedded on the dash. Just makes an easier viewing angle when you're looking down at the screen. I did a full walkthrough of this infotainment system a few months ago, so check that out. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but some new things on the Nissan Rogue. You have wireless Apple CarPlay, so you don't need to plug your phone in. You get the Android Auto. You still have to plug that in, so I'm hoping that comes wireless soon. You can use that for your navigation, or you can use the Nissan Connect navigation with the NavLink, which is set up right here. You can also do things like Wi-Fi connections. You can sync your phone, play music hands-free. This is what I'm really happy with this Nissan Rogue is the camera system. So they added a camera system on all 4 sides of the vehicle. You might be thinking, Chris, this was in last year's model. Yes, it was, but this year it's a lot more vivid. The screen is a lot more clear. They went with a higher quality camera, like I said at the beginning. You can see as I turn the wheel, there's no lag in the cameras, there's no lag in the screen and the software. When I put it in reverse, it comes on automatically. So they really improved in the camera. There's like our parallel view. We got a nice wide angle. Makes it really easy to park. With all the sensors on this car, you shouldn't hit anything when parking. The heating is fairly similar. We do have the dual temperature control as well, but one thing they added is the rear temperature control. So it's a tri-zone heating system where I can adjust the rear as well if I want my kids to be hotter or colder and I want it to be hotter, colder up here. They can also adjust it from the controls in the back. It does come with the Bose audio sound system with the dual subwoofer. So you get a quality sound system in this Platinum model. Standard comes with 6 speakers, and then you get the Bose audio in the top model. The acoustics sound great actually as you drive the vehicle. It's hard for me to show you through the microphone, but it is a nice quality sound system. You can stream through your Bluetooth, or you can use the Sirius satellite or the regular AM/FM. A little different center stack, guys, right in the center here. They changed the shifter a little bit, similar to kind of the shifter that's in the Nissan Leaf. It does have a little bit more space. It does feel nice on the hands, but basically it's very easy. You just need to pull it back to go into drive and push it forward to go in reverse. And then your parking is right on the button. So it takes some getting used to, but it does make it easier. There is a QI charger, so you can charge your phone wirelessly just by setting it in the center, or you can use a traditional USB. This is the one thing that I've been looking forward to, is turning on this Pro Pilot Assist. So you can just set your cruise control here and turn it on. I've set my cruise control. Now I'm locked in at 98 kilometers an hour. And you can see it's going to help keep me centered in the lane here. I can really drive hands-free. I can take my hands off the wheel. It uses a lot of the safety features like the blind spot lane intervention, the lane centering keeping assist, the intelligent cruise control. It will keep me a safe distance from the car in front of me. So I can really drive. There's a big improvement in the Pro Pilot Assist. I like the changes that they made. There's more storage space in your center stack here. There's some right underneath. And then look at this, they added this kind of butterfly style opening for the center storage compartment. It's easier if your passengers are accessing it from the back so that they can stick their hand in there instead of the one that folded up like this and they would have to reach over top. So they also added this drive mode selector. So it's a dial right in the center console, and you can have it in your automatic mode. You can have it in a snow mode, an off-road mode. There's also an economy mode. And everybody's favorite, the sport mode, will give you a bit more pickup. But I'm just going to drive it in auto. Stay tuned, guys, as I'm going to take this vehicle out in the snow and test out that snow mode and the all-wheel drive once the snow hits here in Canada. They didn't change the roof at all. It does have the large panoramic moonroof, which goes right to the back. Everybody loves this. Lets a lot of light in the car. It's going to come on the SV models and up. And then you can open up this top one here to let some more air into the vehicle. Those zero gravity seats continue in the back. I'm happy that they went with the stadium style seating. As you can see, this seat is still higher than the front one, so I can still see out and above the windshield when I'm riding in the back. It does have 2,833 liters of interior passenger volume, so a ton of space back here. These two seats are heated, and I have a USB right in my center stack where I can charge my phone. If you have your hands full while you're loading cargo in the trunk, you can just wave your foot right under the tailgate there and it opens up. One thing I noticed right away is Nissan really improved on this. It's very easy when you kick this. It doesn't take a couple tries. It literally happens on your first attempt. It opens up to 2,062 liters or 72.9 cubic feet of cargo capacity. They did continue with everybody's favorite feature, this divide and hide storage feature. So you can adjust these shelving units, tuck things underneath, kind of whatever you want. And then you get the privacy cover as well. They added the blind spot now. Normally the blind spot monitor is right on the mirror here, but they added it to the outside of the mirror, which I think is better. Almost 90% of the manufacturers have it on the outside of the mirror because that's where your head's gonna go when you change lanes. So it's good that there's a nice indicator right there that someone's in your blind spot. They also added this nice heads-up display. So it's a color display, a lot more vivid, and I really like it. It has your digital speedometer on there, your speed sign recognition, and now I'm using the Pro Pilot, so you can really see everything and have all your information right in front of you. If you don't like it, you can turn it off, and there it shuts off. To conclude here, guys, I'm very happy with the drive of the new Rogue. Nissan really put all its efforts in, and they're trying to make a comeback in this crossover market here. Big day today, Nissan fans, because we just got in our 2022 Nissan Rogue Platinum. On these Platinums and the SV models up, away is that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that we saw last year. And we have this new VC turbo. It's a 1.5 3-cylinder variable compression turbo engine. So big improvements from Nissan. It's gonna give you a 201 horsepower versus last year's model of 181 with this 1.5 liter. And it's also gonna produce more torque. 225 pounds-feet of torque versus last year's 181. When you jump into the Platinum, there's a lot going on here. You jump into this 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, 2 memory positions for the seat, heated seat. You also get this diamond quilted leather stitching here, which is really nice in this Platinum model that we're sitting in. You have the 9-inch infotainment system, and with the Nissan Connect system, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You get wireless Apple CarPlay in these new Rogues. I really like the D-shaped wheel. I've mentioned that in a few of my videos. Pro Pilot Assist, we're gonna try out in a second with the Navi Link. Digital temperature control as well. Heated wheel, USB. There's also a wireless charger down below here, so you can pop your phone in there and charge it wirelessly. Automatic parking brake. And then what we saw Nissan's doing is this nice kind of square shifter knob that you see here. And it takes a little getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's actually really convenient and it fits your hand pretty well. And then we have our different drive modes. So we have a little drive mode dial here. We have a snow mode. We have an economy mode, which is big right now, sport mode. And we also have an off-road mode. So quite a few features. You're probably thinking with more power from the turbo, it's gonna use more fuel, but they've actually improved the fuel economy and have been able to offer more power. So now you get 7.6 liters per every 100 kilometers combined versus last year's model of 8.3. So more power, more torque, more fuel economy. They've also made it clear that they've upgraded the CVT engine. This is a new generation of the CVT. I know you guys are still gonna comment about the CVT transmissions, but Nissan has really put in a lot of effort to improve the CVT. Biggest thing is it's now a steel chain versus a steel belt. They've really improved the CVT. You guys comment below. I'm sure you're going to, whether I tell you or not about the CVT, but Nissan's really made big improvements with this engine. A ton of space here, especially in this center stack here. The center stack is hollow, so I can fit almost my whole hand through here. It opens up here to this center console, which is kind of like a bay door opening. So in terms of the exterior styling, the features have really remained the same. All the changes were under the hood, but when you look at the front of this Nissan Rogue Platinum, we see a few things. This nice large chrome V-Motion grille. We have our LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, automatic high beam assistant with the Nissan safety shield, and you have this forward collision sensor as well. So let's see how this turbo kind of takes off here. Definitely more power and more torque. Whew! Ton of a little bit of more takeoff. Like that's what we're going for here, guys, with this VC turbo. This one's gonna come with quite a few features. We have the 360 camera, LED turning accents on the mirror, nice chrome, and you have your keyless entry on all 4 doors. This one's gonna come with features like a remote starter, so that's great for the winter time. Nissan Intelligent Key, and look at this, 19-inch aluminum alloy rims. It's kind of like a 2-tone rim. And you have your front and rear disc brakes. Let's talk about the technology in this Platinum model. Like we do have the digital heads-up display. That's one thing you get. You have this nice digital dash, which is going to show quite a few things. Pro Pilot Assist here. With the intelligent cruise control, you can keep yourself a safe distance from the person in front of you. And you can hear it beeping now that I've deviated from the lane. So I've deviated from the lane and it will give me my haptic feedback. But I'm locked in here right now at 125 and I can really just relax a little bit, still pay attention to the road, but I can take my hands off the wheel. So that's one of the lovely things about the Pro Pilot Assist. This one's also going to come with the upgraded sound system, and you'll get the GPS navigation as well. Large panoramic sunroof comes on this Platinum model as well, so it goes all the way to the back. In terms of the rear seats, you kind of have this stadium style seating, so the back seats are up a little higher so your passenger can still see out, and then you get that diamond stitching throughout. The rear seats are heated and you also have some USBs back there so you can charge your phone. Today we have the 2023 Nissan Rogue. This is the Platinum model, the top of the top, the creme de la creme. Let's jump into it and go through all the ins and outs. This one being the Platinum, you get the Bose audio sound system. It has 6 upgraded speakers with the subwoofer in the back, and it sounds phenomenal. Jeez, you get it bumping. So the big news in the Rogue world is this new engine. Now it's equipped with a 1.5 3-cylinder engine instead of the 2.5 4-cylinder. It does have the variable compression turbo. So the advantage that Nissan is offering with this engine, you get more output, more power, and better fuel economy. 201 horsepower and 200 pounds-feet of torque. And you'll also get the improved fuel economy, like I mentioned, 7.6 liters per every 100 kilometers, or 30 miles per gallon combined between your city and the highway. So nothing wrong with more power, nothing wrong with better fuel economy. I feel like that's a win-win. It does still have the CVT transmission. They've upgraded the CVT transmission and made some tweaks to make the longevity of the CVT transmission better. So as most of you know, Nissan redesigned the Rogue in 2021. Being 2023, we see a few subtle changes to the packages here. This one is the Platinum model, and it has an MSRP of $43,428. Now, I love the redesign of the Rogue that took place in 2021, and you can see the side profile styling here. It's a little more square of a look here. On this Platinum model, we do have quite a few features. Chrome roof rails, chrome around the windows, and chrome lower door side sill. Our handles are body colored as well. You can choose if you want a two-tone roof. You can order like the red with the black roof, or you can get blue with the black roof, white with the black roof. There's all different color combinations. This one is obviously in the scarlet amber red with the red roof as well. Let's talk about what we got going on here with the Platinum. There's a ton of reasons to move up to the Platinum if it's justifiable to spend that extra price. First things first is this 12-inch display. It has this massive 12-inch display here. It's a 12.3 digital gauge cluster here, and it has your driving aids on it, your tachometer, vehicle tire pressure monitor. You have all your safety features. Everything is laid out nice under this digital display. When I use the Pro Pilot Assist, it shows me locked into my lane, and it really adds another level to your driving. And combined with the heads-up display that you see here, you have features like speed sign recognition, so you always should know your speed limit through the heads-up display. The mirrors are breakaway mirrors. We have our LED accents right on the mirror. There's a camera on the mirror as well for the around view monitor. And we have our blind spot monitor right on the mirror. With this one that we're in specifically, you get this tanned interior. You can choose between the charcoal interior or the tanned interior. I do like the two-tone with this tan. It has a nice tan and black, and it looks great in this scarlet amber red exterior color. And then all the piano black finishing just adds another level to it. With the Platinum, you also get the 2 memory position seats for the driver's seat. So you have 2 memory positions, 10-way power adjustable driver's seat. The seats are heated, the wheel is heated, and then you have your power passenger adjustable seat as well with the Platinum. When you go up, you get the larger touch screen here. So this one has the 9-inch touchscreen display right on the screen here. You can also get now wireless Apple CarPlay. You still have to plug in if you want to use Android Auto, but the wireless Apple CarPlay will save those people from using their cord. And it does have a QI charger in the center stack, so you can charge your phone wirelessly. With this Platinum package, you get these 19-inch two-tone aluminum alloy rims, front and rear disc brakes, sitting on all-season tires. When you put it in reverse, you have the around view monitor, moving object detection up top, And then you have your guidance lines that's gonna help you. You can also, if you're parallel parking, you can parallel park, and there's your wide angle. Now, when I put it in drive, it shows my front angle. So great if I'm pulling into a garage or up to a tight curb, I can see the front angle. The back seats, you have this stadium style seating. So it's very nice. Your passengers can see out and above the headrest. The seats fold down in the trunk. 36 cubic feet of cargo capacity in the trunk. So a lot of storage space now in the Rogue. And there's a lot of nice things to talk about here. You have some cargo space below the center stack. You have different drive modes. There's a snow mode. There's an economy mode, which is big right now. There's a tow mode, and there's also like a sport mode. Checking out the front, we do have this nice chrome V-Motion grille. Now, we did a video of the Nissan Midnight Edition. If you don't like the chrome, you can get that blacked out. Be sure to jump to that video after watching this one and check out the Midnight Edition where all this is blacked out. But on this Platinum, it's in chrome. You can see all throughout the front. We have our new Nissan emblem as well, and we have our forward sensors. There's features on this Rogue like forward emergency brake, pro pilot assist, and it uses all the sensors throughout the car. The intelligent cruise control uses all the sensors to keep you and your family safe. In the sport mode, you can use the paddle shifters if you're like a paddle shifter type person. You guys tell me, what do you think of this Rogue in the comments below? Is it on your short list? Super large sunroof. We've shown this in all our videos, and it opens up to the outside. Just this front one will, and then you have this kind of back one that's gonna show and let some more light into the car, but it's a little chilly out today, so let's close that up. We kind of have this dual stacked headlight where it's an LED style headlight, and you have things like auto on off, high beam assistant, which will help with the visibility. Probably my favorite feature that I love about driving the Rogues, and I've said this in my other videos, is the Pro Pilot Assist. So you can lock yourself in the lane, and it will use the intelligent cruise control and the sensor behind the mirror there to keep you a safe distance from the car in front of you. And it really helps for kind of a more relaxed and easier drive, especially on long trips. This one has the Navi link, where if you punch in an address in your Navi, it will use the Navi to predict the turns and make your ride just a little smoother. Another cool feature, they have this built-in Alexa. So you can sync with your Alexa, so you can use your voice commands and use Alexa in a different perspective in your vehicle. You check out the rear of the Rogue. I love how they stamped this Rogue badge right on the back here. Platinum all-wheel drive badging. Obviously it is all-wheel drive. We have a camera for parking and sensors for parking. In terms of towing, you can tow about 1,500 pounds with this new power plan. So that's your grand tour of the 2023 Nissan Rogue Platinum, my friends. Let me know what you think. And if you guys have questions, as always, put them in the comments below. This is the Platinum model here in Canada. It has an MSRP of about $47,793. For all my American friends out there, I believe that's about $40,100 USD is the MSRP. If I'm mistaken, someone from the US put it in the comments here, but let's look at the front end. Big changes from what we saw on the 23 models. You can see they really changed their front V-Motion grille here. Now the chrome is all throughout the inside here, and it's all throughout the interior, and they've kind of added this slat-like look to the V-Motion grille. So in this Platinum model, a lot of contrast between the black, the chrome, and the blue when they redesign the style. Our headlights are LED, and we're gonna have full LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and they do kind of have that stacked feature that we've seen. We have front sensors all throughout on the front end. That's gonna help you when parking. We have a new Nissan emblem, and we have our sensor here. This is gonna be for your forward emergency brake and your intelligent cruise control and things like that. So the sensors is moved. Before it was behind the badging there. Now, before we go through the features, guys, we're gonna ask you to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. this is the #1 channel for all your Nissan content. So it does come with a remote starter as well. It does have the intelligent remote starter. So you just need to click and hold, and then you push the remote start button there, and it's gonna start up. Great for the winter time. It's gonna automatically adjust the temperature to get you to 21 degrees. And then you have your keyless entry, which is right on the door. You can also download the Nissan Connect app, where you can do it right from your phone as well. But let's check out the inside of the 2024 Rogue. So a lot of new stuff here when we jump in. Automatically, I see this new brown leather interior. So that's new for 2024. Now these seats are gonna be 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with the 2-way adjustable lumbar support. And then you have a 4-way passenger support. Now the front seats and rear seats are heated in this Platinum model, and the driver's seat has 2 memory positions. So that's a lot just talking about the seats, but I love the new contrast between the brown and the black. Kind of wish they went with the black headliner, but they stuck with the beige. Checking out the back seat, you can see this one has this kind of sunshade for the rear windows as well. Good for the kids, protect them from the UV rays. Now let's check out the rear. Obviously I love this brown interior like I said, and you have heated seats. There's 2 USB-Cs as well in the back. We have 2 cup holders in the center armrest here, and we have a cup holder in each door. Now for 2024 in this Platinum, we get these new designed 19-inch two-tone aluminum alloy rims. You obviously have front and rear disc brakes. It's gonna come all-wheel drive, and it's sitting on these Bridgestone all-season tires. Now what I love about the new Rogues is how you can do the different color combinations. You can see this one is in the blue exterior, and we have the black roof. There's all different color combinations you can get. You could get straight blue with a blue roof if you wanted to, but it really contrasts great with these rear tinted windows and the roof rails on the top. There's nice chrome little accents on your door sills there, and we have our blacked out mirrors with our LED turning signals. And then we have our around view monitor built right into the mirror here, which we're gonna show you when we take this for a drive. So one of the reasons why I was waiting for this Platinum to show you is this huge touchscreen here. So we do have this 12.3-inch touchscreen display with a lot of new features that Nissan has to offer. So you can do all different things like wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. There's a Google Assistant here, and there's Alexa built in. So you need to pick which one you want to use and either sync your Alexa to it or sync your Google Assistant to it. Now the Google Assistant is only going to work with Wi-Fi, which Nissan gives you a free trial subscription as well. And like I said, you get the Nissan Connect services, and you can do different things like Google Maps, or you can do the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. There's all different things that you can use here once you're connected to the internet. Unfortunately, we're not connected to the internet right now. We haven't set up our phone yet on this because this is just a trial vehicle here. The coolest thing about this is the new engine that they added. It's a 1.5 3-cylinder turbo. Yes, I said that. 1.5 3-cylinder turbo. It's Nissan's variable compression turbo, so they've had that out for a very long time. Now it's going to give you about 201 horsepower and 225 pounds-feet of torque. So on paper, it's better on gas, and you get more horsepower than the older 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's got 7.6 liters per every 100 kilometers. Again, all my American friends out there, I believe that's about 30 mpg. Put it in the comments. Check out this camera, okay? So it has an HD 360 camera that you can display here, and there's a couple different views. There's your parallel view, there's your full front-facing camera, and here is our 3D view. And you can use the 3D view, and you can really engage with the car any way you want using the touchscreen here. Look, you can see I can move around and see all my angles of the car. Pretty neat using this 360 view. So a lot of new features on this touchscreen here with the Rogue. Very similar, but you can see they've kind of fattened out the rear bumper here. They still went with that square look that I've noticed a lot of other manufacturers starting to follow suit when you saw the new Santa Fe and things like that. But I love how they darkened out stamping here. We have our Platinum and all-wheel drive badging. There's a camera on the back and there's parking sensors as well. Typically when I get behind the wheel of a turbo, I know it's a turbo just by how it sounds and how it drives. And it does feel like that. But certainly the pickup and the acceleration is phenomenal here, and that was one thing that the previous models lacked. It does have the CVT transmission and 1,500 pounds of towing. Now look at this, you do have the foot motion activated lift gate, so you just need to wave your foot under there and it's going to open and close the trunk. Biggest thing that I like is the technology here. So you have the heads-up display, you have this 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, which is going to show a ton of information from your vehicle display to your temperature, all your digital gauges. There's a few different menus you can display right on the gauge cluster here. Checking out the trunk here, 36 cubic feet of cargo capacity in the trunk. You have the divide and hide storage feature, which we've seen a lot from Nissan. You can kind of adjust these shelving units, hide things a little bit. This is your tonneau cover as well. And you have the remote folding seats. So look at that. They just go down with the touch of a button there, and you have kind of a flat storage surface. You can remove the privacy cover as well if you have those large items. And of course you have the power lift gate to close everything. Boom diggity. Let's talk about all the safety features. So you have things like that enhanced HD around view monitor that I mentioned. You have the blind spot monitor, the intelligent lane intervention. So if you go to deviate from the lane, it will kind of push you back in. You have the intelligent brake assist, intelligent cruise control, forward emergency brake with the collision detection. And then you have the rear cross traffic alert, and you have your traffic sign recognition. So it's showing us what the traffic sign is right behind the wheel. Now it does come with 10 Bose audio speakers in this Platinum model. So there's speakers all around. You get the Sirius satellite radio. You can choose to play music through Bluetooth. Let's see what it sounds like. Here we go. Blondie. Doesn't sound too bad, and I love how everything is displayed on the touch screen. Now my favorite feature of all is the Pro Pilot Assist. So you have the Nissan Pro Pilot Assist, which is your driver assistant, and it works in conjunction with the heads-up display, so it will keep you centered in the lane, and using the intelligent cruise control, it keeps you a safe distance of the car in front of you. We have a full video, which I'll link in the description below, displaying that. There's also a QI charger as well, so you have the wireless charging pad. You just need to throw your phone on the charging system there, and it's gonna log that. There's a few different drive modes as well that they've added. So you have the economy mode, the snow mode, you have the sport mode, and you have the dirt and sand mode. So a ton of different driving features. That's the benefit. You have the automatic start stop. Basically every feature that Nissan has to offer is in this Rogue. Now, comment what you guys think about the redesign of the Rogue. Is this a hit or is this a miss? We'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys have questions about the Nissan Rogue, please let me know. And if you guys want to come test drive one, if you're in my area, the Niagara region, my name's Christopher and I work at St. Catharines Nissan. The link and the information is also in the description below. Hit us up, and as you know, subscribe. We're not going to ask you again. Comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.